This is my third time trying to make this video, and this time I look decent for it. So, I'm gonna start talking. I should have made this video a year ago, and I wasn't able to. I didn't have a computer to edit it and all that fancy stuff. Yeah, let's move on. I'm here to talk about Rock on the Range. Rock on the Range 2015. It was the first time ever I went to a music festival, and it was amazing. I loved it. But I'm gonna tell you about like our journey there and little things. So first I'm gonna tell you when I heard about it, because the only reason why I was wanting to go was because of Linkin Park. Because if you haven't seen my channel, that's my band. Allison messaged me and said Linkin Park's gonna be at Rock on the Range this year, and I'm like, I'm going automatically. So thank God I have friends that like the same type of music, and we all were like, we're going. So after her telling me all this, I ended up getting a week's pay one day, and I got my ticket. And the next day, they ended up selling out. No more tickets. And someone who was going to come with another group of people, or friends of mine, whatever, they didn't get their ticket, so haha. There was a little issue with finding out how we was gonna get a hotel and stuff, so a friend ended up booking us a hotel, a really crappy one. Yeah, and it was under their card. I'm not gonna say he or she. And yeah, it was pretty crappy, and it was 30 minutes away. So heading there, it was cool. It was awesome. It was squished in the back seat. I was in the front seat. Thank God. But Jesse drove there, and 30 minutes away from the stadium. Ugh. As soon as we got there, we ended up adventuring around the area. It was Marysville, Ohio we were in, and we went to a store we've never been to called Myers, and we're from West Virginia, so we don't have a Myers that I know of, but it was like a Walmart for us. We ended up going to a Walmart that was kind of close and getting food and stuff, because we were like, oh, we're going to buy some food so we don't have to eat out every night. That was a big mistake, because we ended up eating out anyways because of certain people that we were staying with. Our little friends wanted to eat out, so yeah, that was a no-no. But we wasted money on food that we planned on eating, but we didn't. But when we did get to the hotel, we couldn't believe it. When we opened up the door, we were like, really? The pool was smaller than it looked in the picture, and what fucking jacuzzi was there? It's probably in some other room somewhere, but here's a picture of what the room looks like. Well, yeah, what it looks like. Yeah, and there was 5 of us. So, of course, the couple, Vanna and JC, ended up sleeping together, duh. And Mia was being a little butthole and said, oh, I sleep on a couch all the time, so I wanted to sleep in a bed. Even though it was still uncomfortable, I was, like, pushed into the corner of the bed. Like, I could have almost fell off the bed. But I'm one of those people that hardly move when they sleep, so, yeah. And I remember us having to get up early and get ready because a 30-minute drive, and it was mostly me and Vanna that had to get ready because we had to put our faces on and look good, and Erica put on her cologne and everything, so yeah. And I remember we had to stop somewhere and get cash off our cards so we could get something. But yeah, we got some cash, and I remember on our way there, oh, it was so packed. The parking was terrible, and I think after the first day, people realized they can park other places and just walk, because that parking's horrible and you have to pay like $3 or something, or $5, I can't remember. Well, anyways, he just corrected me. The parking was $20 a day. So people were like, fuck that. Ended up parking other places and walking. We parked, I don't know where the hell we parked at, somewhere in the parking lot, and ended up walking a pretty good distance to the stadium. Walking into the stadium to like giving to people the tickets and stuff, I was so nervous because I've never been to anything like this. And as soon as I got in there, I was like, I felt so comfortable because these people, half of them are probably as weird as me, and we all enjoy the same music. So it was awesome. The first day was, God, I can't even remember. I do know Falling in Reverse was there at the Ernie Ball stage, and that's Erica's favorite band in the whole world, of course, and the one man that she would go straight for, Ronnie. That stage, I swear, is the worst area for crowd surfers. If you want to crowd surf, there you go. But if you're scared to get hit, right there. And if you don't care, oh well. I got hit in the head by a guy's calf. I got hit in the nose by a girl's arm. So after that, me and Savannah just moved where they were picking the people up so we could still watch them. And we sang along. Oh God, who else was there? There's so many people there. Slipknot was the last to perform because they were one of the main performers on the big stage, and Erica, Jesse, and JC ended up going back to the car early, and me and Savannah ended up staying because we wanted to see Slipknot. We had to leave. I hated it. I was like crying in joy and like kind of sad because I had to leave, and I was like, Corey Taylor, da-da-da. And me and Savannah ended up getting not lost, but we couldn't find them. Here's a picture of us standing in the parking lot. We could not find them, and then when we finally found them, we went to McDonald's, out of all places, to get something to drink because we were dying of thirst. And this is what was in front of us. I gave Erica my phone to take the picture. So after leaving, it was like first day was good. Now we know what we're getting ourselves into. And the second day, we were gonna be prepared. So we get back to the hotel and we end up going to get something to eat. I think we watched a movie. Yeah, we watched the movie. Half of us fell asleep. I cleaned my face and all that joy, I wouldn't say happiness, but Erica ended up sleeping on the floor, poor thing. I hated that. I wish I wasn't being a bitch and said, oh, I sleep on a couch all the time. She slept on the floor all the time, because where she was living at that time, so, yeah. We didn't get to do anything. We just had to go there, back to the hotel, and get cleaned up, go to sleep, eat. Well, sleep then eat, and then wake up and do it all over again. Really. We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't have fun. So the second day when we got up and went, we didn't stay the whole day. We ended up leaving. We ended up leaving early. But to talk about it, it rained that day when we was heading our way there. I brought ponchos for everyone because I was prepared, and in this moment was there of my cement, Austin Carlisle, so much better looking in person. I do remember when we sat in the stadium, I was like, who's coming on, who's coming on? And then they come out, and I'm like, oh, I was focused on them the whole time. I was like, so much better looking in person. But, it was like right after that, it started raining really hard, and everyone got under the stands and stuff, and it smelled like wet hair everywhere. And then it quit, and then it just started like light sprinkles. And we ended up going to see Baby Metal because me and Allison looked them up like months before, and well, it was before Rock on the Range, and we were like, we have to see them in person. A whole bunch of people gathered around the stage because they were so curious. And then, like, after the first song, a lot of people left. But a lot of people did enjoy them, though. They were unique. That was the best part about them. Erica hated them. She thinks they're horrible. But there's no hate here. So after that, I told Allison, we have to leave. We're in the stands. We gotta go see in this moment. We gotta see. It's kind of a blur thinking about how we all sat down, because I remember Jesse and Erica was already gone, and it was like JC, Savannah, me found them, and we ended up sitting there, and I got some pretty good footage of that. Then after that, I think we didn't go see anybody for a while, and then Papa Roach came on, and I was so happy because my sister ended up seeing him when she was like a teenager, and I've loved him ever since I was little, and I was like, yay, I get to see Papa Roach and sing to all the songs I knew, and the new ones. And we ended up leaving because we were going to go hang out with Allison and them at their hotel, their nice hotel, by the way, and the person that booked our shitty hotel ended up staying with them, and not us, by the way. Just fun fact right there. But anyways, we left early, we got ready, and then we headed there, and it was already nighttime when we got there. That's how bad it was. It was like kind of daylight. It was daylight. Yeah, it was daylight. When we left after Papa Roach. And then back to the hotel, 30 minutes, and then going into town, the city, to find their hotel and hang out with them. I was jealous because their hotel was amazing. But we ended up leaving before the actual so-called party started. But we did meet some cool people there at the pool. A lady even flashed us. She was that cool and said, oh, you can come to this room and you can drink with us if you want. Pretty nice people. It was awesome. So as soon as we got to the hotel, we got ready for bed, and we went and got something to eat, and then slept, of course. And we started cleaning up. Back to what I was talking about, we started cleaning up and packing, and made sure we had stuff that we needed for the next day. And oh, it was so sad leaving that hotel room the next day. And plus, it was also going to be a really good day because I was going to see Lincoln Park. So happy. But there was a lot of good people there that day. I can't remember half of them. It's really horrible. But I do remember getting there sucked. Vanna wanted to go see Hollywood Undead, and we wasn't even at the stadium. They already started. So me, her, and JC ended up getting out of the car and going to see them. We walked. How far was we? I don't know. But we ended up getting to see them for a little bit. We saw Pretty Reckless after them, and I remember there was a bad thunderstorm warning, so they all stopped, and we all had to hide. They told us to get under sun until the morning was over. But yeah, that was that. Jesse ended up staying in the car. He was having a very bad day, and he didn't want to be there. So he stayed in the car, and Erica ended up going in for a while, and then she went back out. And once you go out, you can't get back in. So yeah, she didn't want him to be by himself. So she kind of regrets it now, but she was being a good friend. So it was just Savannah, JC, and I. That was it. So we ended up seeing all those bands those days. Me and Vanna were enjoying our like buddy time, and then the end of the night came. We had to end up moving where we was sitting because we gave up our seats. We ended up having to move because We lost our seats because the first night we stood when Marilyn Manson. Yes, we ended up losing our seats the third night, right before Lincoln Park, because I wanted to stand. It was like a lot closer where we was at. It was like the same area, but a security guard was like, "You can't stand." I stood the first day, so I had to end up moving, and we all ended up going to the other side of the stadium. Horrible seats. But from the pictures and the videos, it seems like it's really far away, but in reality it was a lot closer. As soon as they started, oh my god, I started crying. I was squeezing Vanna's hand. I freaked out so much, I think I made these men that were sitting behind us leave. Yeah, it was like, it was a dream come true seeing Lincoln Park. This band that's helped me through a lot, and because everyone has their own band, no matter if you don't like that kind of band or what, people have their own bands that have helped them through a lot, and Lincoln Park's not, of course. And we had to end up leaving early, so I missed maybe about 3.5 songs. So, yeah, that kind of sucked. But when we were walking down, I made sure to see what I could, and we went down to the floor area, and we tried to get like a picture in that area. A security guard let us on the floor. So, oh, you can go on the floor to get the picture. If we was able to stay, we could have stayed on the floor the rest of the time. Because where we didn't have 4 seats. But we had to leave. It sucked. But walking from the stadium, me and Vanna kept on singing their songs. And these guys behind us were, they were listening, and they were like, keep going, keep going. I loved it. It was funny. As soon as we got in that car, started heading back to West Virginia, get home, reality hit me hard. I'm thinking, well, just a few hours ago, I was here, and now I'm here back in this quiet living room on the couch. I'm gonna have to go to work tomorrow. It was so weird. Reality hits you hard if you've never been to a music festival when you get back. It's just different. Reality's gonna hit you hard. I don't know, it might just be me, but some people, it might. But, yeah, that was the trip. I could have talked more, but I rambled too much, and I actually wrote down on a piece of paper stuff to stay on topic. But also, here's a little fun fact. On the second day, when we were walking by the stadium, we ended up seeing Maria Brink in the back. I saw her. I pointed her out. I'm like, oh my god. I was speechless. I couldn't scream for her or anything to get her attention, but here's a picture. Okay, so I'm gonna end the video now. And after I post this, I'm gonna post the actual footage I got. I didn't end up taking this camera because I couldn't get a hold of it at that time. So I ended up recording everything and taking every picture on my phone. This year it's gonna be different. Trust me. And I'm also planning on making a video telling you how I prepared for it and everything, and how I'm prepared this year. I even made a list and everything. So I'm going to make a video talking about how I prepared last year compared to how I'm preparing this year. Okay, so that's the ending, and I'm going to go. Bye-bye.